She was initially known as the daughter of our first Miss Universe, an it girl who's a possible successor to her beauty queen mom. But Isabelle Daza has definitely made a name for herself with the different titles she instead has chosen to pursue. She's a model and influencer, a talented host, a competent actress, and a successful businesswoman. These days, Belle is on another path as she navigates creating a life with her own family.
Like I said earlier, we're definitely taking this chance to chat with Belle about life, family life, career, a new business, fitness, balancing everything. So yeah, I guess it's one question that you definitely get a lot, but how do you balance or try to balance everything?
You know what? With a lot of help. I'm not gonna lie. I have a lot of very competent people that help me out in everything I do. I think I'm really good at putting a team together to help me.
Yeah.
And the theme of my life is really balance. I think after having a baby and then turning 31, I realized that I don't want to be burnt out also at the end of the day. Diba? I want to have work, but I also want to have time with my family, time with friends, time to work out. So, ika nga, work-out life balance.
Yes, definitely. I mean, there really is no work-life balance, but you try to balance whatever you can.
Exactly.
Right?
After 7.5 years of being together, Belle and husband Adrian Semblot exchanged vows in 2016 in a beautiful ceremony held in Italy. Last year, the couple started another chapter in their lives as they welcomed their firstborn, Balthazar Gabriel Daza Semblad. Balti, as Belle calls her son, has been a blessing for them. But like any first-time mom, she had her share of challenges.
Your fitness journey after giving birth was one of the most inspiring I guess fitness videos I've ever seen.
Really?
Very personal. And I remember
Thank
you mentioned that when you were taking those videos, you didn't really have it in mind to document it. But it just dawned on you after that, hey, why don't I share my story?
Yeah, so when I would take those videos, if you watched it, it was very personal, right? I looked like hell. And I would just take it for my own personal, for me to view it, to send to my trainer. And then towards the end of my fitness journey, a lot of people started asking me how I lost weight. And I said, you know what, I have so much material on my phone, why don't I stitch it together? And I stitched it together and I told as best as I could the story of what I went through.
The said video on Belle's YouTube channel is a video journal of her physical and mental fitness journey after she gave birth. And with almost 900,000 views as of the moment, her message seemed to resonate well with others who have been struggling with post-pregnancy weight.
People think that, when you're a celebrity, when you're famous, you have it all because it's sponsored and it's free. But they also don't see the pressure that comes along with it. Like, you have to snap back, right? And then I also don't want to send out the wrong message. I don't want girls to think that you need to be, extremely skinny to be able to, be on TV. But the harsh reality of our business is we have to go back to what was, let's say, our size before. It was a battle talaga because I didn't want to send out the wrong message, but I also wanted to get back to my weight for myself.
What was one of the most touching responses or comments you've gotten about that video?
I think one of the things that I felt that maybe I was doing the right thing or sending out the right message was a lot of people messaged me and said, I can't believe how brave you are. So a lot of people appreciated, I guess, the realness and the rawness of it. What I love most about that, the impact of that video, is that so many women asked me and thanked me and told me, this is what I was, and now I became more disciplined and I'm on my fitness journey.
Galing.
So it's nakakataba ng puso because it was accepted in a good way.
Motherhood also led Belle back to her first love, teaching. Before she entered showbiz, Belle was actually a preschool teacher, having a degree in early childhood education from De La Salle University. Now she's a partner at Playworks, a learning center that focuses on play-based learning.
My contribution naman there is I included yoga for babies and mommies, and also affirmations and meditation. So something that really helped me with my anxiety and with, you know, pressure, coping, was just really taking 5 minutes in a day and just meditating. So ever since Balthazar was born, we meditate in front of the mirror. And
even him?
Yeah, even him. So we do 5 deep breaths to 10 deep breaths. Sometimes he doesn't sit still, you know, but it's just about counting and letting him know that this is the time to meditate. And every day I tell him, you know, you are enough. You're enough for mama, you're enough for papa. And you don't have to earn my love, you can just rest in my love. Because I want him to grow up content, and I want him to grow up knowing that he doesn't have to be anything else but himself. And it's very hard when, you know, when you're bombarded with social media and media. Now you question yourself, diba? You doubt. So I don't want him to go through that pressure.
Like, did you read that anywhere about like affirmations and meditation with a
you know,
child?
I did. I went to see like a psychoneurologist, and I was struggling with my weight. And that's a whole nother video I didn't include in my fitness journey. So affirmations and meditation is something I heavily believe in, and a lot of people are still a bit awkward,
Yes,
and they don't.
ako, I'm one of those. Like, I feel like it's difficult to look in the mirror and like,
it's difficult to face yourself.
Yeah.
And to know who you really are, right? And to tell yourself that you're enough. Parang we're uncomfortable with it.
The challenges of being a young parent can also take a toll on a couple's relationship, so Belle makes it a point to also nourish her bond with her husband.
I can already imagine how crazy your days are because, of course, you try to squeeze in a workout, time with your son, and then you have to attend to your business and then other things, advocacy. So, do you and your husband practice any sort of like regular time for the two of you? Was that a struggle? Was that...
Usually, every time we eat, we try to be together and present. And that's also one thing that meditation helps you, right? It's being present in the moment. So we don't have our phones when we eat. Like, I'll just take a photo of the food and then put it aside. And then at bedtime, we'll both tell a story to Balthazar. And then when we put him to bed, our bed, we have time on our phone because we need it. Diba? I mean, I'm not gonna lie, we all check our phones before we sleep, right? And then at 10 p.m. or let's say 10:30, put our phones down and then we'll like have a little pillow talk time. What about you guys?
It took us such a long time to like have, like until now yata wala. I mean, just gave birth like 7 months ago. So I know especially for new parents, the struggle to spend quality time with you and your partner away from the baby is really a struggle.
It's like you don't want to, diba?
Exactly. Or like the first time, I remember the first time we had dinner out and we were like, yes, dinner out! And then at dinner, you end up talking about your child anyway. So parang it's the same thing. So yeah, I think it's a young parent struggle.
Yeah, but you know what I did recently? I forced my husband and I to go on a wellness retreat. Kaming dalawa lang.
I saw that. That was just the recent trip.
Yes,
okay.
It's called Sojournal. So what we did there was we did meditation, yoga, and we did also hiking. And, you know, soul searching and journaling. So every day we wrote things down that we were grateful for. And I feel really that it helped us. Because we worked on ourselves and that made us stronger, let's say, as a couple together. And in the first day, we missed our son. But then, my gosh, mga day 2, day 3, we didn't even remember that we were parents. We were like, let's order. But it's so healthy for a relationship.
And I can relate with it. It's just the initial part of leaving. But then day 2, you're like, wow, this freedom is sarap.
Yeah, super.
Yeah.
By letting us in on her personal journey, Belle started an important conversation about self-worth and self-care. And by getting raw and real, she revealed the other side of the It Girl, an inspiring woman of substance worthy of our admiration.
To wrap this up, I just want to know from you, like, of course, a lot of women watching this also feel everything you said about the pressure of a curated life or having it all and stuff like that. What is something you'd want to tell them about that idea of having it all?
I think you can't have it all. And I think that the sooner you accept where you are in your life, the sooner you will have inner peace. The key to happiness is being grateful. Like just being grateful every day for small things. Like I'm grateful I'm healthy. I'm grateful I have a family. And if you practice being grateful every day, you'll see how happy you become. Rather than going on social media and saying, bakit ako wala sa Maldives, or how come I don't have this bag? You know, not looking for what's not there.
Thank you so much,
Bea.
Belle. Love it.
Thanks for having me.
So you think that helps to have a little bit of parental control as well?
Yeah, I think so. And also because when they get inquiries and everything, she always passes it on to me. She never answers directly. She always shows me like, Mom, how do I answer this? So it's very, like even before she posts anything, she actually shows me and my husband.
Oh, that's great.
So we check. So
before I even publish it, I need to like
yeah,
show them.
there's like approval.